Thank you all so much for being here. I know that Mahmoud Khalil right now is a political prisoner. We are demanding his release, of course, today. Mahmoud was kidnapped from his home by government agents and illegally disappeared to a detention facility in Louisiana. We know that that's thousands of miles away from his wife. They're expecting their first child. But as his wife Noor would say, she's more than just an 8 months pregnant woman. She's also just a human being that watched, again, her love, her husband being ripped away from her in front of her with if you saw the video, it was horrifying to watch, felt so incredibly helpless. You know, there was no due process, no criminal charges, no demonstration of a warrant, no information on where he was being held for days. Let's be clear, Mahmoud's rights are our rights. In the United States of America, no matter your immigration status, no matter, again, who you are, you have constitutional rights in our country. The detention and threatened deportation of Mahmoud is illegal and is a direct assault on our constitutional rights to due process, freedom of speech, a right to protest, and on dissent itself. Dissent is a fundamental American value. This is a moment that should alarm all of us. If we do not stand up and fight for Mahmoud's freedom today, the lawless Trump administration will come for us all. All of our rights are under attack at this moment. But Mahmoud knows that the Israeli government imprisons Palestinians without charge or trial every single day, just like what our government just did to Mahmoud. As Mahmoud himself said in his powerful letter from ICE detention, he was targeted for exercising his right to freedom of speech, to advocate for a free Palestine and end Israel's occupation and apartheid and genocide in Gaza. The Trump administration proudly admits that admits this clearly and threatened to do more arrests. We are already seeing other students, and Congresswoman Ramirez talked about that. Scholars are being targeted. You know, I heard the other day, another professor, another student. And it's unfortunate some of these universities are helping the Trump administration. You know, including right here, we saw a person, again, being targeted and detained here in D.C. at Georgetown. These attacks are an attempt to silence the growing movement for human rights for Palestinians. They want us to be silent as the Israeli government continues its genocide, wiping out entire generations of Palestinian families, dropping American bombs on hospitals, and dismembering children over and over again. They want us to be silent as Trump sends Netanyahu another $12.5 billion in new weapons to ethnically cleanse Palestinians. I know Mahmoud has called students and advocates and elected officials like us to unite and defend the right to protest for Palestine. And that's exactly what we're here to do. You don't have to agree everything that Mahmoud is saying, but you have to agree that the one thing that we understand is the freedom of speech and our constitutional rights. And we're here to say that we will not be silent. Free Mahmoud Khalil. And as the only Palestinian American serving in this Congress, I must always say, free Palestine. With that, I'm going to have my amazing colleague, Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal, and let me tell you, she's been an incredible mentor in this fight. You know, she knows it's not just about freedom of speech when it comes to the issue of Palestine. We know it's also about immigrant rights. It's also about us fighting against the corporate greed that has infiltrated our government already, with billionaires making decisions about Medicaid and Social Security. And so I'm just really pleased and so incredibly grateful that she's on the Judiciary Committee. Her leadership is needed at this moment. With that, Pramila.